Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me here at our 12 o'clock noon hour on Tuesday for Thinking Tuesday. And you know what we do here on Tuesday? We take a few minutes out of our busy schedule to stimulate and explore and challenge our thinking. Yes, that's the what we do here on Thinking Tuesday. And our motto is your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds, and you, the gardener, you decide if you're going to grow flowers, which are those positive thoughts, developing that positive mindset, or if you're going to grow weeds, which are those negative, self defeating, self limiting thoughts. So we get rid of the weeds, we explore, we challenge our thinking, see how it's serving us, and that's the purpose of Thinking Tuesday. So I have to ask you today, have you ever had a goal? I know you've had, we've all had goals, right? Or a desire maybe to do or have something only to see it recede in the background in the distance and get further and further away from you? Or have you ever decided to give up on a goal? It's too hard. It's too hard to attain. It takes too much time. It's not as important to me as it used to be. And many times that's an excuse because we don't want to put the effort into it. But have you ever given up on a goal because it was too hard to attain or you did not know how to proceed to achieve it? Because many times we have goals, we have dreams, but we don't know the path that we have to take to attain that dream and those goals. I ask you these questions because these are challenges that we face daily. We face these challenges in our daily lives, in our professional lives, but what really makes them just rhetorical questions is really our attitude. They can become real questions that we use to um, navigate through the difficulty, or they can be our final decision. But it's really based on our attitude. Instead of having these questions dictate our final decision to give up, we should not really ignore them. We should not, just because we have a thought, it doesn't mean, and it doesn't feel good to us, it doesn't mean we have to discard them. We should always examine our thoughts. Why are we having this thought? Is there another way to think about this? Instead, we should really take note of those thoughts, those questions that I just asked. Acknowledge them, and use them as a motivation to find another way because there's always another way. Like they said, there's several ways to skin a cat, right? Poor cat. But there's always another way. So I want to borrow a page from a recently published book by one of my mentors, a great, great mentor. I have had the privilege to sit at his feet, so to speak. That is Cedric Lafleur, the author of the recently published $1 Million Beach House, My Journey to an Extraordinary Life. $1 Million Beach House, My Journey to an Extraordinary Life. And I've had the pleasure to see Cedric build that life, build that dream house from his thoughts until it was finished. Cedric cites the 6 power stories of life. I share them with you to help you develop a perspective of life that you can use as a guide to guide your attitude as you are faced with small and large challenges. And here they are. I just think that they're very profound. Here they are. Once all villagers decided to pray for rain. On the day of prayer, all the people gathered, but only one boy came with an umbrella. That's faith. That's faith. When you throw babies up in the air, they laugh because they know you will catch them. That is trust. And every night we go to bed with no assurance of being alive the following day, but we set alarms to wake up, right? That is hope. And we plan big things for tomorrow despite zero knowledge of the future. That is confidence. And we see the world suffering, but still we get married and have children. That is love, isn't it? And number 6, a sentence was written on an old man's shirt. I'm not 80 years old. I'm a sweet 16 with 64 years of experience. And that is attitude. That's a great one. And then Cedric shares with us a bonus life story. When anyone asks me how I'm doing, I will 100% of the time say, I am always great. And that is mindset. And I can speak from personal experience that that is Cedric's only response when you ask him how he's doing. You know what he's going to say, but you ask him anyway. So what is your attitude? What is your mindset? When you have set a goal, when you want to achieve something, what is your mindset? If you set your goals too small, then and they're too easy to achieve, you might not find much value in them. So you don't pursue them. If you set them high, you will most likely value them more, but it will cost you more in effort, time, and treasure to achieve them. So you can set them as high as you want, which is good, but be prepared to do the work. Because our goals and our dreams should be big enough to allow us to grow into them and to grow into who we have to become in order to reach them. Because as we put effort forward, we are changing, we are transforming to become and to develop those skills that we need to have in order to achieve those goals. I've also heard that your dream should be big enough to scare you, so big that it will scare you. Now that's scary, but it's true because you want to grow into it. Like I said before, you don't want something that's so easily reached that you're not testing yourself, that you're not learning about yourself. You know, if it is worth pursuing, it will allow you to build the skills to grow into it. We don't just get these ideas about what we want to do out of the thin air without having some resources to achieve what those dreams are. And ultimately, the attainment of the dream becomes the vehicle that is being used to transform you into who you have become along the journey. Many times we focus on the end result and we really don't look at or appreciate who we have become through that journey, because we do grow in as we go through that journey. Another mentor of mine, John Maxwell, says that everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything that's worthwhile is uphill. And many times we have uphill aspirations with downhill attitudes or habits. So that's not going to get us anywhere. Our attitude has to be positive. It has to be positive. It has to be taking us forward. We have to be forward thinking, forward looking, and that would help us to attain our dreams, because everything worth having is uphill. It will test your endurance. It will test your ability to persevere and determine whether your dreams are actually worth pursuing. If they're worth pursuing, you will develop a tolerance to persevere. Now, back to my friend and mentor, Cedric Lafleur. The $1 million beach house that he recently achieved is a product of an uphill climb to improve himself by using personal life challenges and learning from his failures of the past as motivation to ensure a better life for himself and his family. It's an awesome story, and it really chronicles step by step that uphill climb, with many lessons learned along the way. It's an awesome read. I highly recommend it. Cedric tells us that there's no secret to building and living an extraordinary life. In fact, he says there's no difference between, or that the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary life is extra. When you write the word, just write ordinary and just add extra to it. But you must be willing to go the extra mile. So, my message to you today is, as you face your unique challenges, because we all have them, embrace the journey. Don't be too quick to turn your back, to give up, but embrace the journey. Seek mentors, seek a coach, be willing to go that extra mile. Whenever you think you should stop, ask yourself, is there more that I can do? Go that extra mile. And remember, you don't have to go it alone. And that you are fully equipped to achieve that dream and those goals, whatever they are. How much are you willing to push yourself forward? Are you willing to take that extra mile? Dare also to envision yourself in the future. Cast a future vision as having that dream. What does it look like when you've achieved that dream? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Who's around you? What is the atmosphere? How are you feeling? Put yourself in that dream. Envision yourself. Cast a dream. Forecast yourself already there. What does it look like? What is the experience like? Make it real for you. For Cedric, it was his $1 million beach house. But Cedric received, I'm sure, he received more than he imagined. He has experienced a personal transformation as he has proven that he is fully equipped to achieve his dreams, and as he has maintained a positive mindset, because that is the fabric from which we create success. And success is the steady process towards one's personal dream. So I'm sure that those are new lessons or continuing lessons that Cedric encountered on his way to achieving his $1 million beach house. So be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace, right? As you pursue your personal and your professional goals. It's good to have goals, but don't be too hard on yourself. Celebrate those small wins. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but keep your goal. At the end, there is personal transformation awaiting you. Personal transformation. You might not even recognize the person that you've become. Success, as I said before, breeds success. You will feel confident. You will be willing to forge ahead with new dreams, new aspirations, feeling confident that you are able to achieve those dreams, whatever they are. Start with a plan and break that plan into small, achievable steps. Take small increments. You don't have to take a big bite, right away. Like they said there, how do you eat an elephant? By taking small bites along the way. So take small steps, achievable steps. You want to feel confident that you're progressing, that you're moving forward. So small incremental changes, small incremental steps, and then celebrate with each small win. Because many times we don't give ourselves credit. We just want to look at the whole picture, but those small wins are very, very important. That's the gas in our tank. That gives us gas in our tank to go further. So you may find Cedric's book, $1 Million Beach House, My Journey to an Extraordinary Life, on Amazon. I have my copy. And it's also not just a great read, it is a great read, but you will see yourself in those pages. And you will also see the possibilities of attaining your dream as well. Cedric had several challenges from a teenager, and he persevered. And so, as you get your copy of $1 Million Beach House, My Journey to an Extraordinary Life, you will see yourself in those pages and see the possibilities for you as well, just as Cedric saw the possibilities, and I'm sure he still sees more possibilities. Um, but remember, it begins with your thoughts. It begins with your thoughts. It begins with that mindset. As Cedric says, every time someone asks him, how is he doing? He said, I'm always great. And that is mindset. So you are the designer of your life, and you are the sum of all of your thoughts. So think positively, see yourself as fully equipped. Reach out and ask for help if there's something that you want to achieve, you don't know how to start, where to begin, who to turn to. Find a friend, a relative, find a coach, find a mentor, someone who's been there or someone who's on that journey that you would like to take as well. There there's always someone out there who you can turn to. As I say every Tuesday, if you have found value in this message, please share it with someone who you feel could benefit from it. If you're looking for someone to help you think through um, something that you're challenged with, a dream that you want to attain, a goal that you've been trying to attain but running into a brick wall, you're stuck, you need some steps. What's your next best step? Feel free to reach out to me through my website, drcherylburton.com. I'll be happy to offer you a complimentary, confidential consultation to help you determine your next step or how do you get unstuck. If you feel that this has been helpful to you, share it with, like I said, with someone who can benefit from it. And all of my Thinking Tuesday messages are stored on my YouTube channel, Thinking Tuesday, Cheryl Burton. This one will be housed there as well. So remember, you don't have to give up on your goal. Just change the plan. I hope that you will avail yourself of Cedric's book. And I'm not just recommending it because he's one of my mentors, but because it's a great read and there are lessons to be learned. There are steps that you can take to attain your dream. It might not be $1 million beach house, but it might be something else that you aspire to. So I hope this has been of value to you. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at noon for another message on Thinking Tuesday. Take care of yourself and bye for now. Take care.